a shutout at this time. And at 141, ranked Joy McKenna, transfer from Stanford, in the lineup for the Buckeyes, up against Carter Happel, freshman for Iowa.
Yeah, this weight class is wild. You lose one match and you might fall as many as 9 spots. I think that's pretty much what happened to McKenna. Look at the balance in this weight class. I mean, you have one bad weekend, you can really fall, but Joey McKenna trying to come back from pretty much a tough go against Tommy Thorne. I believe that match was at 18-4,
13-3.
Yeah, 13-3, yeah.
Here comes Joey McKenna. He's a 3-time prep national champion out of Blair Academy, Kewaukee, New Jersey. Coming back this way after spending a couple of years in Stanford, where he was an All-American as a freshman, 3rd as a freshman. But in the Ohio State uniform and testing out the Big Ten for the first time in his career on a week-in and week-out basis. Like you said, had a tough outing wrestling Minnesota's Tommy Thorne, losing 13-3, and on a single fast against Happel.
Yeah, Carter Happel, 4-time state champion in the state of Iowa. Wrestle scrapper, but this is an opportunity for the Buckeyes, really heavily favored in this match.
We talk about all in the family. Carter Happel's dad, Dean, wrestled at Iowa. Carter Happel out of Lisbon High School. And Dean wrestled at Lisbon under the Hawkeye national champion Brad Smith. And now Carter in the Iowa uniform, just like his dad was.
And Dean has amassed a young family of wrestlers, and they're on their way to
we're going touch optional.
Setting records as far as state championships in the state of Iowa.
Joy McKenna was bronze medalist at the U23 World Championships earlier this fall. Incredible international experience and one of the up-and-coming international stars. He was the 2-time Pac-12 champion while out at Stanford. There he's in on the single, another takedown, 2 for McKenna.
Yeah, I think that's what this crowd is looking for. He's looking for a little, say he's working for a little crossed arm tilt right there. Had it, but plenty of time here to go ahead and go exclusively on the feet if that's what he wants to try to do.
No higher, no higher.
Happel placed in the Midlands. Had a pretty good Midlands meet, but now he's coming across with that half Nelson on the far side. Does he have the shoulders turned at 45? Referee Mike Haggerty right on it. Boy, he's really got that far half Nelson cranked tight. Happel doing a nice job of fighting. He's got this headgear in his face as well to complicate things.
Nope. You can't take it over.
So the potentially dangerous called by Mike Haggerty.
Yeah, and it looks like McKenna is going to be committed to be able to try to turn Happel from the top position.
Let's get set.
Oh, he's going to go freestyle start.
Set. Set. 1 neutral.
Yeah, look for McKenna maybe take a look at doing something from the feet to the back. You got a little comfortable lead going right now.
1 minute remains, opening period, 1 minute.
Happel does have a pretty good little kind of shot from space here, a good double leg. This is a different animal when you're talking about going ahead against Joey McKenna. Really does a nice job of keeping low in his stance. Really tough to get underneath him.
Hands high.
35.
You know, I'd really say this is that the Iowa wrestlers to this point, even in matches that they weren't favored in, they did a good job of keeping position in that middle area right there, holding position in the middle of the mat.
They've done a great job of holding position. McKenna, very good at holding his own position. Hasn't been a big-time scorer, but right now, that's what the Buckeyes need him to come around and do. And he gets 2 more, and he's getting got 2 counts there. Now this is what the Buckeyes are looking for from their transfer out of Stanford to make a difference at the end of the period, 2-2.
Yeah, nice little takedown there. Was able to sit Happel back to his rear and actually took him a little further than that. See the replay, just double leg, switch to a single leg. He's gonna circle back, put him on his rear. All right, he reaches across almost to that far lat, and able to hold him there for the 2 count. Yeah, I think that, you know, that's there, that type of stuff is there anytime that McKenna wants to go. And these are the things, you know, to go out there and win, you know, big matches later on, looking for bonus points. You know,
separating yourself, because he doesn't score a lot of points a lot of time, wrestles a lot of close matches. This is an opportunity for a lot of reasons. One, this particular match. Two, for the rest of his season, what he needs to do to be an All-American or get to the top of the podium. And you talked about it, Jim. Hey, 141. That's a wide open weight class. I mean, Bryce Meredith and Kevin Jack and Dean Heil obviously at the top there, but Joey McKenna could be right there.
Yeah, and has been. So, again, he waited for Happel to come to him, and Happel does a nice job of battling in here right now, switching off to a single leg. You know, these are the time killers when you're sitting there looking for bonus points, that the Iowa wrestler is putting himself in an offensive position, and if he scores here, you might throw the major out the window.
Looking for a stalemate there, and that's exactly what happens. They'll go back to the center.
You know, you build a culture of bonus points in your program, because at some point in time, you've got a comfortable lead here. You have to take him to his back, hold him for 4 count, you know, reversal or take down and back points. When you get this much separation right now, it should be all about creating bonus points. It is just creating scoring opportunities, and that's what you drill. To be in this type of situation and to hold off like this is really.
And whether or not, I mean, it can't be that he's tired, is it? I mean, when you've got to be able to execute when you're tired for a lot of reasons. Well, and right now, for whatever reasons, Joey McKenna was waiting to pull the trigger, but he pulled the trigger again, and he got 2 more. Right on cue.
Yep.
He got done what he needed to get done. Usually you do it about 20 seconds earlier than that, but he real crisp there. Got the takedown and right out at the end of the 2nd period.
No, I don't even think he's tired, to be honest with you. I think it's just a decision he's made. So
deliberate. Tom Brands in his 12th season. What a job Tom Brands has done as well. 3 NCAA titles, both as a coach and a wrestler. One of the best in the business. The Brands brothers doing a great job at Iowa, along with that coaching staff there, Morningstar and Burhow.
Well, you know, they're never out of it.
Nope.
You know, they're always making themselves relevant as a program, all right? They you know, whether, I know they haven't won a national championship for a while, but they've always been that team that comes into arenas that people want to beat, and they have good teams. They represent themselves well, and they go out there and battle.
So what Coach Brands talks about the first year, basically people were doubting whether we were relevant or not, and it's all a matter of coming up the ladder in tiers. But they beat Oklahoma State, and he says we just went up the ladder a bit. We're in the conversation. Now we're at another tier, wrestling Ohio State. 2 more points for McKenna. Now all of a sudden, he's got the major decision, out in front by 10 with riding time, a 4-point near fall away from attack.
You can see that McKenna was tuning into his corner right there. He said Jay Jaggers and also Tom Ryan talking about going ahead and getting that tilt, all right? And, you know, Happel presenting himself pretty well in here. We'll see if he's able to go ahead and knock him off of his base, suck him back.
30 seconds remain in the period.
Get a wrist. Now he's going to go ahead and try to load him up on the left-hand side. Coming across, now he's got the 2-on-1 locked up. Happel does a nice job of hand fighting down there.
Yeah, good wrestling on both parts right there, and you've been calling it. McKenna very good at going from one side to another, both from a pressure standpoint. And
yeah, he's doing exactly what his coaches are asking him to do right here. Try to go for the tilt. It's just not available. Happel's doing a pretty good job of fighting. He's going to load him up maybe here. Not enough time to get the 4 count.
And winner with riding time, 13-2, a major decision. 4 points on the board for the Buckeyes. Joey McKenna, your winner at 141 pounds. Big win in front of a big crowd for the Buckeye.